Devi Mahatmyam, Chapter 7 The Slaying of Chanda and Munda. The Rishi said, Then at his command the Asuras, fully armed, and with Chanda and Munda at their head, marched in fourfold array. They saw the Devi, smiling gently, seated upon the lion on a huge golden peak of the great mountain. On seeing her, some of them excited themselves and made an effort to capture her, and others approached her with their bows bent and swords drawn. Thereupon, Ambika became terribly angry with those foes, and in her anger, her countenance then became dark as ink. Out from the surface of her forehead, fierce with frown, issued suddenly Kali of terrible countenance, armed with a sword and a noose. Bearing the strange skull topped staff, decorated with a garland of skulls, clad in a tiger skin, very appalling owing to her emaciated flesh, with gaping mouth, fearful, with her tongue lolling out, having deep skunk reddish eyes, and filling the regions of the sky with her roars, and falling upon impetuously and slaughtering the great Asuras in that army, she devoured the host of the foes of the Devas. Snatching the elephants with one hand, she flung them into her mouth, together with their rear men and drivers, and their warrior riders and belts. Taking likewise into her mouth the cavalry with the horses, and chariot with its driver, she ground them most frightfully with her teeth. She seized one by the hair, and another by the neck. One she crushed by the weight of her foot, and another of her body. And she caught with her mouth the great weapon and arms shot by those Asuras, and crunched them up with her teeth in her fury. She destroyed all that host of mighty and evil-natured Asuras, devoured some, and battered others. Some were killed with her sword, some were beaten with her skull-topped staff, and other Asuras met their death, being ground with the edge of her teeth. On seeing all the host of Asuras laid low in a moment, Chanda rushed against that Kali who was exceedingly terrible. The great Asura Chanda, with very terrible showers of arrows, and Munda, with discusses hurled in thousands, covered that terrible-eyed Devi. Those numerous discusses, disappearing into her mouth, looked like numerous solar orbs disappearing into the midst of a cloud. Then Kali, who was roaring frightfully, whose fearful teeth were gleaming within her dreadful mouth, laughed terribly with exceeding fury. Then the Devi, mounting upon her great lion, rushed at Chanda and seizing him by his hair, severed his head with her sword. Seeing Chanda laid low, Munda also rushed at her. She felled him also to the ground, striking him with her sword in her fury. Seeing the most valiant Chanda and Munda laid low, the remaining army there became panicky and fled in all directions. And Kali, holding the heads of Chanda and Munda in her hands, approached Chandika and said, her words mingled with very loud laughter, Here, I have brought you the heads of Chanda and Munda as two great animal offerings in this sacrifice of battle. Shumbha and Nishumbha, you shall yourself slay. The Rishi said, Thereupon, seeing those Asuras, Chanda and Munda brought to her, the auspicious Chandika said to Kali these playful words, Because you have brought me both Chanda and Munda, you, O Devi, shall be famed in the world by the name Chamunda. Here ends the 7th chapter called The Slaying of Chanda and Munda of Devi Mahatmya in Markandeya Puran during the period of Savarni the Manu.